yes, I have stomach disease. You need medicine? I need medicine every day, every morning. Is it your medicine? Yes, so you can give it. I am very glad, and I begin to set Mass every night. Every night. Only three drops of wine in my hand, and 1 drop of wine. And we arrange so that in my group of 50, there are 6 Catholics with me. Everybody in a bed, and after consecration, in obscurity, I give them communion. And then we get up, and in a recent set of paper, we distribute to each group of prisoners, and they give one of the group keep it in his pocket. His little bag, nylon in his pocket. So in the whole prison, in the whole camp of concentration, we have the presence of Jesus. Many were converted. The Catholics were converted, and there are many fundamentalist Buddhists converted, because we have the presence of Jesus. My 5th conviction, I will have only one wisdom, the science of the cross. You can read it, I pass. Because I would not be too long. The 6th, I will remain faithful to my mission in the church and for the church as a witness of Jesus Christ. The sense of the union to the church, to the Holy Father, is my strength. Because we are always in solidarity, in union with the whole church. As St. Peter, when he was in jail, the whole church prayed for him. I will seek the peace and the world cannot give. There is something special I would like to tell you. I will speak one language, I wear one uniform charity. It is one of the main things I experienced in my prison. In the prison, the first thing, very difficult, is hate. I was alone. They sent 2 young officers to stay with me. They don't speak to me. They said yes or no. They avoid speaking. So I am always isolated. But I think, what I can do for them? What may I give them? I am poor. I have nothing to give them. But there is something, I am still rich. The love of Jesus Christ in my heart. I can give it to them. I begin to talk with them. Their curiosity, and afterwards they can ask me to teach them what I know about French, English, and so on. They become my alumni, and slowly they become my friend. And they told me, we were trained that you are a reactionary. You are an agent of the CIA. And if you know our name, the address of our family, when you will be liberated, you send your man, your agent, to kill our family. So we fear that tremendously. But now that you are with us, you teach us, we see, we fear that we are friends. One thing for them difficult to understand is forgiveness. How can we pardon our enemies? And many times they ask me, you love us? I said, yes, I love you. I stay with you so long time. And you can understand that. They said it is difficult to understand that somebody can forgive, can pardon his enemies. And we ill-treat you. You are in prison for so long time without trials, without sentence. You remain in prison. And in 13 years, you have been transferred in 16 different places. And you have never a visit from your family, from your relatives. All the prisoners have a visit every month, and you never. I told them, I continue to love you. But why do you love us? Because Christ taught me to love you. And if I don't love you, I'm no more worthy to be called a Christian. I forget everything. I love you. And slowly, they understand the love, the Christian love. And I can tell you a little story about my cross. I was in prison. I must saw the wood. And I asked one of my God, please allow me to cut a piece of wood in the form of a cross. Oh, it is very, very dangerous, because it is forbidden to have any sign of religion in prison. But now we are friends. Let me do. No. It is dangerous for you and for me. I will be in prison like you. Now, we are friends. Close your eyes. Let me do. I will hide it. He went away. Let me alone. So I cut the wood in the form of the cross and hide it in soap. The piece of soap, hide it always, because the chief control our affairs always, to see if we have something, if we wrote something. And until I was liberated, and this piece of wood became my cross, a pectoral cross. The piece, the black piece here is the wood I bring for my prison. And in another prison close to Hanoi, I told my God, I need something. What you like? I need a piece of electric wire. And he told me, oh, we were taught in the University of the Security that a prisoner who has a piece of electric wire will suicide Simpson. I said, no, the priest don't suicide. The bishop don't suicide. I must live until my liberation and to walk again. And then, but what can you do with a piece of electric wire? I would like to make a chain to wear my clothes. But how can you make a chain with electric wire? I said, please, I would like to borrow to speak, little speak. And I will show you how we can make it. He dared, but at the end he told me, because we are friends, I will bring you a piece of electric wire tomorrow 7 o'clock, and you and me must finish it from 7 to 11, and I will let my companion go Hanoi by night, and I will stay along with you. We must finish before 11, because if he can, maybe he denounce. We will be punished. He brought me, and we cut electric wire in pieces like matches. And with two pincers, we make in 4 hours this chain. This chain is electric wire. And so everywhere I bring this chain of electric wire and this cross, both made in prison with me. It is not a souvenir, but it is a conviction that only with Christian love we can change the heart. Change the heart. Always in unity with Jesus we change the heart. When first I met the Holy Father, when I arrived in Rome, he saw that, and he asked me to tell him the story. I told the Holy Father story, and he gave me a silver cross and a chain. And smiling, he told me, but mine is so precious as yours. And you know, now you think that many people said the study of Latin is very difficult. But the communists have a group of 20 boys and girls, and they invite a former religious to teach them Latin, so that they may control the documents and the cables of the Holy See sent to the bishop. Sent to the bishop. Sometimes they, because they become my alumni, and they brought me the cable. You can read it. We understand. The telegram to the Cardinal of Hanoi, but I was in prison, I read it before him, because my friend showed me him. And one of them, once, he is my guide, and he asked me, may I ask you to teach me a Latin song? I said, there's many songs in Latin, but I don't know, what do you prefer? And I sing for his choice. Ave Maria Stella, and so on. And Salve Mater Misericordiae. Afterward, you know what song did he choose? He chose the Veni Creator. He chose the Veni Creator. I wrote the whole verses, the 7 verses of Veni Creator for him, and he learned it by memory. And something very moving for me every morning. So, because he slept in front of my room, and every morning he must go down for physical exercise and washing. And I heard him going down, and I saw him making gymnastical exercise. Very great, until the end, when he washed himself with the water, and Deo Patrici Gloria Filio Motus. It is very moving that a communist God sing for me every day the very Creator. But the friendship in the Christian love can change his heart. And every morning he sing the very Creator for me. And a second hymn in Vietnamese for the martyrs and communists sing for me every morning a hymn of the martyrs. I must resume. When I am so sick, weak, sometimes desperate, tempted, what should I do? I look spiritually to Jesus, abandoned and crucified. Jesus abandoned and crucified. On the cross, Jesus can walk, can speak, he can teach the people, he can make miracles, he can heal the people. He is in an absolute immobility. In the eyes of the world, the human spirit, Jesus is frustrated. His life is unuseful. He can do nothing. He will die. But in the light of the faith on the cross, when Jesus is in an absolute immobility, Jesus offered himself for the redemption of mankind. And so when Jesus is frustrated in the cross, he did the greatest action of his life, because he redeemed us all with his sacrifice, his unique mercy. And I must thank the Holy Virgin Mary, because when I was arrested the day of the feast of Our Lady, the Ascension, 75. And when I was in prison, I asked the Holy Virgin Mother, if you know that I will be no more useful to the church, please give me the grace to die in prison. May I achieve my sacrifice in prison. But if you know that I can continue to work for the church, to serve the church, give me a sign, so I may leave the prison a day of your feast. And in 88, when I am cooking my lunch, I cook myself, my lunch. It is the 21 November. I hear the phone of my guards. I say to myself, maybe it is a phone for me, because today is the 21st of November. It is the feast of the presentation of Mary. Maybe for me. 5 minutes later, my guest came to see me and told me, Mr. Thuan, did you finish your lunch? No, not yet cooked. Finish your lunch, dress well, you go to see the boss. What? Who? I don't know. But lucky, good luck for you. Go to see the boss. I met the minister of the police, and he asked me, do you have some desire to explain to me? I said, I asked you liberty, freedom. When? He said, today. Because I am sure today is the feast of the Holy Virgin. I said, today. He is a little bit surprised. I said, you know, I am in prison under 3 pontificates, Paul VI, John Paul I, and John Paul II. So I have been in prison under 3 Paul. It's long. It's mine. And I said, I have been in prison under 4 general secretaries of Soviet Union. You know, I have been in prison since Brezhnev, Chernenko, Andropov, and now Gorbachev. 4 general secretaries. So, he smiled and told me, you will be free today. It is the grace of the Holy Virgin. I was taken in prison the day of the Holy Virgin. I was liberated the day of the Holy Virgin. Praise the Lord, and thank you for your attention.
So now maybe some of our friends will have a few questions. So I'm sure you would like also to answer our questions about the lecture, or maybe some other topics connected with Archbishop Thuan's work now at this Pontifical Council of Justice and Peace. Dr. Yang.
Thank you. Since nobody has questions, so I think I'd better to say a few words about my impression of this wonderful lecture. Your Excellency, it's really a great pleasure for me to hear your own experience. We learned a lot about faith, about the roles of our life, but your story is a real experience which we have never experienced. And I am really impressed by that. And that I think can give us a lot of inspiration. Still, I have a little question. I don't know if I really understood what you said, but I think you said during a certain time, you just couldn't pray in the present. Could you tell me more clearly why you feel that? Only because of tired or body fatigue or something else? I think this will be also very helpful thing to us. Okay, thank you.
I must answer that when I was in prison, I was so tired, physically. When I get out, I lost 22 kilos. 22 kilos. But I thought when I lost 22 kilos, the cholesterol and sugar also disappear. But mentally, I experienced the witness, I can concentrate. Sometimes to say a Hail Mary or Our Father, I can finish. And it is good that I tell you this experience to show that I am not a hero. No, I am weak, and I share with everybody this weakness in the difficulty, and I can do nothing but only by the grace of God that I can overcome. And when I was in the extremity, in the bottom of my weakness, God help me. God help me. My grace suffices, like St. Paul said. And thanks to the grace of God, I am what I am today. Only by the grace of God. And always hope in the grace of God. Father, please